One day when I called my son Eric to ask when his wedding would be, my daughter-in-law Sarah looked me straight in the eye and said with a smile, "Oh, we already got married yesterday. We only invited special people." Those words hit me like a bucket of ice water. Special people. Me, who for the past 5 years had paid their monthly rent of $800, bought every piece of furniture in their house, and filled their refrigerator when they had nothing to eat. I wasn't special. I stood in the living room of my own home, clutching the phone that now felt like it weighed 1,000 pounds. Eric avoided my gaze while Sarah settled comfortably onto the sofa I had gifted them. Hanging uselessly in my closet was the pink dress I had chosen for myself, hoping to look beautiful in my only son's wedding photos. Photos I would never appear in. That $300 dress, the new shoes, and the dream of being part of the most important day of Eric's life were all wasted. For weeks I had planned everything. I had set aside $2,000 as a wedding gift. I had called my sister to share the good news. I had cleaned the house from top to bottom, thinking they might come over to celebrate after the ceremony. In a single moment, it all collapsed. Only special people. Eric finally looked up and said, "Mom, it was a small, intimate thing. Just the two of us and the witnesses." But I knew it was a lie. I had seen the photos on social media. Sarah's parents posing proudly beside the bride and groom. Her siblings raising champagne glasses in a toast. Sarah's white gown, the one I had helped pay for with the $1,000 I gave her last month. I saw everything I wasn't meant to see. A week later, Sarah called. The confidence was gone from her voice. "Emily, the rent is overdue. The landlord is putting pressure on us. You forgot to make the transfer." Her voice trembled as if the world were ending. I stayed silent for a moment, remembering all the times I had rushed to the bank, canceled my own plans, eaten beans and rice so I could send them money for whatever they wanted. And now, after excluding me from their wedding, they had the nerve to call as if nothing had happened. "Sarah," I said calmly, "didn't I tell you that I only help special people?" There was silence on the other end. Then Sarah stammered, "Emily, I don't understand. You've always treated us as special. You're like a second mother to me." Lies, all lies. The same sweet voice she used whenever she needed money. For the wedding dress, the honeymoon, the rings. I did the math in my head. Over 5 years, more than $50,000 taken from the inheritance my husband left after his death. From my pension, from savings I had scraped together, all spent on them. And in return, being treated like a stranger on my own son's wedding day. That night I cried. Not tears of sadness, but tears of anger. Anger built up over years of silent endurance. I had lost myself trying to keep them happy. The next morning, something in me had changed. I made coffee, but for the first time I didn't call Eric to ask how he had slept. I checked my accounts. Rent, $800x60. Months, $48,000. Groceries, $300. A month, $218,000. Gifts, $10,000. Furniture, $15,000 total. $91,000, the savings of my lifetime. The phone rang. Eric, I didn't answer. Sarah called next. Then a text. "Mom, we need to talk." I deleted it. That evening I went for a walk in the park. Memories of Eric's childhood flooded back, when he would hug me tight and call me the best mom in the world. When had he changed? When had I started confusing love with money? I went to the bank. The manager asked, "Are you sure?" I replied, "My eyes are finally open." Canceled the automatic transfers and protected my accounts. I turned my phone off. When I got home, 3 cars were parked outside. Eric's, Sarah's, and one I didn't recognize. They were inside going through my papers. I opened the door. "What's going on?" Sarah spoke first. "Emily, thank goodness you're here. Mr. Johnson is our lawyer. It's about your situation." My situation? It clicked. They wanted to have me declared incompetent so they could take control. "I'm perfectly fine. Get out." The lawyer said, "Your children are worried about your decision-making capacity." I laughed. Like deciding my money should be spent on my own life? Sarah began to cry. "We never treated you badly. Everything you have will be ours one day anyway." There it was, the ugly truth. They were already counting on my death. "Get out." Eric said, "Mom, rent, car payments?" "The credit card you co-signed. You can't just cut us off overnight." "I can, and I am." The lawyer pulled out a power of attorney form. I threw it straight into the trash. They left, issuing threats. "This isn't over." I closed the door, Silence. The most beautiful silence I had heard in years. The silence of freedom. The next morning, I met with my own lawyer. He explained elder financial abuse and helped me change my will. I changed the locks, installed security cameras, and opened a new account at a different bank. Now I am living my own life, planning trips, meeting friends again, picking up old hobbies. Eric and Sarah, they'll have to live on their own money. And me? For the first time, I'm special to myself.